Hey folks, how's it going? So we are going to go over... Where's my thing? Oh, it's on my other screen, buried behind everything. Alright. We are going to go over CF-DAO2. You're going to get a zip folder of this. You unzip it, you get this. You got your data, your stream, a bunch of templates. FX Manifest Lua, the link. You're already watching the video, but there's going to be a link for it anyways. And the DAO2.lua. I would recommend using the FX Manifest I include. If you don't want to use it, you need to make sure that this YTYP here and down here are in the FX manifest that you're using. It may still not work. Sometimes it gets finicky if you don't use the one I provide you. Don't really understand why when all I added was these two lines. Anyways, it's GTA, it's 5. This DAO2.lua goes into your server. Once I get to my server, find wherever you put your smart vehicle, smart ladder, whatever you have it named, inside the vehicles folder, you plop it in there, and it shows up there, somewhere, right there. There it is. That's really all that's special about it. Inside the stream is a folder with all of your stream information, and inside the data is a folder with all of your data information for you to set up your server how you see fit. Really no big deal there. So this vehicle is set up with smart vehicles, but you don't necessarily need that to get function out of the vehicle. You really only need that if you want the moving parts. Once I change over to a better time of day, better weather, this vehicle has mod kits. And that is, here is kind of it stowed, and here is it deployed, and here is it with the mod kits turned off. The nice thing about the mod kits is some of the painting takes effect. If you notice, on some of the liveries here, there's white. You can just change that by going to the primary paint and paint that. That's just because who made that livery for me just didn't mesh the two together and put a black square over the whole thing. Just the parts that were templated. Just no big deal because you can change them in the game here. So to go over, and like I said, there's a couple templates that are going to come with it. This one and this one are thanks to Ash over at Queen's Mods. And this one are thanks to a friend of mine by Alpha Queen. It's got tail lights, it's got blinkers, brake lights, reverse lights, tail lights. You got two sets of headlights. You got blinkers in the front. They're tiny, but they're there. You've got a license plate. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it works. That's all that matters. And then you got this little plate on the back, which it's templated for you to do whatever you would like with it. So let's go look at my templates quick. Textures. See, it's templated. I'm going to throw that over here. So you can do whatever you wish with it. In the server I play on, I'm going to make it say apportioned plate, because IRL, a lot of these vehicles have... Come on. Is it going to open? Plates that say this on them. But I have a friend of mine making a real fancy one for the server we play on, so it's actually her server. So that way it's just kind of a cool little gizmo you can put there, or you can put whatever you want, really. It's templated. It's not a livery, so you can't change it in-game, but it is templated to do whatever you want on it to just spruce it up a little bit, make it more yours. Alright, we're going to shut the engine off so I don't murder everybody with that noise. So while you're in the driver's seat, or even in the rear seat, I've noticed, press X-ray as an X and these messages pop up. Holding shift puts your feet down. Spacebar and left shift bring your feet up. I should say holding left shift. Left control is mast up. Space and left control is mast down. Bada bing, bada boom. Works pretty good. Number row 1 moves the dish. Space and number row 1 moves the dish the other way. So you can put it into a stowed position if you so see fit, what you're doing. Number row 2 and spacebar. Number row 2, rotate the weather vane gizmo. Not really sure what that thing's called on these trucks. I call it weather vane or wind directioner thing. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Anyways, we'll put this back. If you hold G as in George, you'll kind of start noticing things start to spin. And, well, let's just pick the spin. And then if you want to, you can just sit in the back seat. And you can watch your computer screens, which of course are templated. I'm not putting pictures on them in the release. I'll let you guys do that so you can have whatever radars you want on it. Again, for the server IRP, and they'll be put in. So anyways, I'm going to go back to the front seat. And I noticed a lot, for some reason, on videos, they like to drive around a little bit with the radar dish spinning. So I set this truck up to be able to do that, which is just the smart vehicles by utilizing the control while driving feature. So you can just hit X, press G, and everything will stop eventually. And boom, everything stops. And then you can put that back up if you so fit. And you never had to get out of the driver's seat. Kind of a handy little gizmo. The truck handles pretty well. Of course, if you're going to GTA drive it, GTA driving it is going to cause issues from time to time. But, you know, I've been able to thrash it around the city pretty good. And nothing bad happened. So, I was pleased with that. Boom. Yeah, that is. And you can see the gauges are templated, so you can put whatever gauges you want in the truck. Your switches and your radio are templated, so you can have whatever switches. Your door switches are templated, so you can have whatever switches. The screens in the back are templated. You can put color on it, or you can put writing on it, kind of whatever you want. If you know what those machines are, it's easier for you. I don't know what those machines are. That's really just kind of I'm a dum-dum, don't know what their situation. I did look them up and whatnot, but it didn't make sense to me. That's just kind of how I left it, but yeah. And then we'll go to nighttime. You have two headlights, and then those kind of play an effect on the world in their own rights. If you press E, you've got strobe lights. If you want to warn people you're on the side of the road. Uh-oh. Oh, they're over there dealing with that guy. I said, what did I do wrong? Anyways. and now I can watch the screens from the comfort of my cabin. And I believe someone else can drive while you're back here. It's just sitting in a normal seat, and then I could show someone you can obviously drive it while the parts are moving. But yeah, I'm on my local test server, so I don't have anyone else I can load in to do that, because for some reason I can't get people to connect to my local test server. You need to lay down. You have been up your brother's rear end all day today. You need to just lay down and relax. Stinking doggos. Yeah, that's why he's going after you. You won't stop clawing his rear end. Anyways. So yeah. This is CF Dow 2. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy.